Yung courtesy applies only pag kakampi ka ng administrasyon. Pag wala, wala na yan, courtesy yan. Labanan na yan. Naghahalo ng balat sa tinalupan yan. Yan ang realidad.
Nagkaroon ng mainitan na debate sa deliberasyon ng OVP budget sa 2025. Sa pagdinig, ipinunto po ni Congressman Rodante Marcoleta ng Sagip Party List sa House Committee on Appropriations kung dapat bang idaan sa butas sa karayom ang pagpasa sa budget. Tanong ni Marcoleta kay Stella Kimbo, ang Vice Chair ng APRO Committee, nagbago na ba ang tradisyon na agad ipasa ang budget ng OVP bilang kortesiya sa pangalawang pinakamataas na posisyon sa pamahalaan? Note that, attorney, 32 million po ang boto ni VP Inday. Panoorin natin ang video na ito matapos nag-resume ang pagdinig after the suspension kahapon.
The hearing is here very soon.
Madam Chair, I objected to the motion, and may I explain why?
We will take that up after we respond to the Honorable Marcoleta.
Thank you, Madam Chair.
Yes, we note that you made an objection, but your mic was off. So, the Honorable Marcoleta, please repeat your inquiry.
Yes, in connection to the earlier parliamentary inquiry, Madam Chair, I have already related the value of tradition. Parliamentary procedures, Madam Chair, grow from or are enriched by traditions, experiences, and precedents collectively gathered by the House of Representatives over years, and the institution keeps them well. That is why, from my entry in 2004 or the 13th Congress until today, I have observed the observance of that well-kept tradition. The two highest positions in government, namely the office of the President and the office of the Vice President, were duly accorded with respect and deference. I have observed that. That's why I have relayed to you earlier, in 2022, the Honorable Libanan, invoking courtesy, took him only 13 minutes to dispose the office of the Vice President. And that was quickly moved, quickly seconded by no less than our majority leader. That was in 2022. I'm not going by record, Madam Chair. 2023, I said, no less than the presidential son, our own senior deputy majority leader, stood up and said that in line with the time-honored tradition of according courtesy to the office of the Vice President, I move to terminate the budget briefing of the OBP. And I can recall the Honorable Castro strongly objected.
No, Manuel.
No, that's in 2023. This is by the record. And she objected, but her objections were rejected by the committee because the committee already terminated the proceedings. And she kept on requesting, Madam Chair, that she makes at least her manifestation. And she was unable to do that because the proceedings were terminated. So that, what I am saying, from 2004, when I entered these halls, these hallowed halls, hanggang pundo sa sinasabi kong 2023, we have kept the tradition. Ngayon po, kung ano-ano ng mga tanong ang ginawa, in 2023, 22 minutes. 2022, 13 minutes. Ito po, pinagawayan na po yung budget earlier at ngayon we're about to quarrel again on the budget. Ang tanong ko nga po ngayon, dahil nga po sa nangyayari ngayon sa budget ng Office of the Vice President, and despite her manifestation that she will no longer defend her budget because she forgo, sabi niya, I will forgo my opportunity to defend the budget of the OBP for 2025 by way of question and answer, and I will leave to the House of Representatives to decide such proposal as presented. We cannot even accept such kind of answer, Madam Chair. What do we need her to articulate for? So ang pinag-uusapan po natin, wala na po ba yung respeto sa tradisyon na yun? Kagaya po ng binabanggit ko, every time mag-i-interpellate po dito, Madam Chair, because of that tradition, it's always the member of the minority who will start the interpellation because we have kept that tradition. Ang dami po. Ang dami ko pang sasabihin sa inyo, haba lang tayo. So the question is, when we did that to the Vice President earlier, now we're doing it now, are we now setting aside this tradition? That's number one question. Number two, is this committee authorized to set aside the tradition?
Your Honor, short answer is no to both questions.
Okay. If that is the answer, Madam Chair, and we are all bound to respect one tradition so sacred in our hearts, because we are called honorables in this house. We cannot be honorables if we cannot honor our own tradition. We are defined by what we believe as a tradition in this house. So if we are now all amenable that we have kept that tradition, no longer questions are being asked, then I will respectfully move, Madam Chair, to terminate the budget of the OBP for 2025.
I object, Madam
Thank
Chair.
you.
I object.
Madam Chair, I
There's a
object.
motion to terminate the budget briefing of the OVP, but there is an objection, so we divide the House. The chair has decided to divide the House. So those
Madam Chair,
in favor of the motion,
as a rule, we usually deliberate
Those-
before we vote.
those in favor
We deliver-
of the motion, please raise your hand. Those in favor of the motion to terminate the budget briefing of the OVP, please raise your hand.
All those against.
Those who are not in favor of terminating, raise your hand. 3 in favor, 45 against.
Motion is
The motion
lost.
is
Lost.
lost.
Madam Chair, I thought we have kept the tradition. The tradition is no longer ask any question. That was the tradition. So why are you voting against the motion?
The majority of the will
It's-
is
it's-
always respect.
It's
The will of the
inconsistent
majority
with
is
the
always
tradition that
respected.
we have already agreed to observe.
So we will
Yes, Madam
proceed
Chair.
to the next.
You mentioned earlier that we will keep up the tradition. You said no. Earlier,
For
now
orderly
we voted
proceedings, I
against.
remind the members to please wait to be recognized before speaking. So, the chair now recognizes the
Madam
budget
Chair.
sponsor, the Honorable Zia Adyong, to give a recap of what transpired in the last hearing.
Madam Chair,
Thank you, Madam Chair.
before
Madam Chair.
we proceed with Vice Chair Adjong, can I
Yes,
explain my
um,
vote, Madam Chair?
Paduano?
Can I explain my vote? Why I voted against the motion of the Honorable Marcoleta? Just a short lang.
You have 1 minute.
Thank you po. Madam Chair, tama po. During the previous hearing, wala pong nag-move to terminate the budget. That's number 1 po of the OBP. Number 2 po, the demand or the answers being given by the Vice President during the time. Personally, it does not satisfy this representation. Thirdly, Madam Chair, the courtesy being given to the office of the Vice President is afforded if she is present in today's hearing. How can you give that courtesy when Faki is absent in today's hearing, Madam Chair? I might change my vote for that, but
Was the President of the
are you
Philippines present?
recognized?
Please.
Congressman,
Please
I am
wait
about
to
to
be
be recognized, Madam Chair.
Please wait to be recognized. Please proceed, Kong Paduano. You
you're
have
not yet
30 seconds.
recognized, Marcoleta. Madam Chair, maybe I will change my vote if the for the motion Marcoleta if the Vice President is present in today's hearing. But he's absent. How can I personally vote for that? Because he's not present in today's hearing, Madam Chair, and that courtesy should be given to those head of office that should be present during the budget deliberation, Madam Chairman. Thank you.
Attorney Sal, in-invoke ni Congressman Marcoleta, dalawa, honor and tradition. Anong masasabi mo doon, Attorney?
Alam mo, iba ang aking pananaw dyan eh. Yung tradition, maganda yan na nagbibigay kortesiya. Pero titingnan mo kasi yung history. Yung tradition na hindi na nila tinatanong, nag-umpisa yan nung mga sinauna pa. Nung ang mga miyembro ng Kongreso, Senado ay talagang kagalang-galang, magagaling, at matitino, matatapat. Yan eh. Pero ano ba ang sinasabi ng saligang batas? Sinasabi ng saligang batas na ang Kamara de Representante ang may karapatan, kapangyarihan na aprubahan ang isang budget ng isang departamento. At sila rin na may karapatan na usisain yan. Kasi nga, sa ilalim ng saligang batas, may tinatawag na public office is public trust na ang ibig sabihin, kailangan accountable ka. At sapagkat ang hinihingi mong pera ay galing sa taong bayan, kailangan naman taong bayan kung ano ang pinaplano mong gawin doon sa pera na hawakan mo. Kaya yun ang sinasabi na saligang batas. Kaya yung tradisyon na sinasabing hindi pa pwedeng usisain at bigyan na lamang ng kortesiya ay hindi pa pwedeng manaig sa requirement ng saligang batas. Yun ay kortesiya lang nga eh. Kaya nga, courtesy. Pero yun eh, nung mga panahon, okay yun. Kasi nga, matitino lahat ang wala kang makitang mga korap ng mga panahon, ng mga sinauna. Ngayon, iba na eh. Kaya, yung pumasok na yung tinatanong, teka, ngayon, ito naman ngayon. Having said that, pero hindi rin ibig sabihin na yung Kamara de Representante, dahil may karapatan, kapangyarihan na usisain, pag inusisa mo ang budget naman ng isang departamento, gaya ng OVP, ikaw naman magiging bastos doon sa head. At tatanungin mo yung mga hindi naman dapat tanungin at hihiyain mo pa ang isang head ng department. Mali rin yun. Ngayon, sabi nga ni Inday Sara, mukha namang kayo lang ang nagdidesisyon. Nagpaliwanag na ho eh. Malinaw naman ang paliwanag niya sa presentasyon niya. Wala ka na nga itatanong sa kanya kasi detalyado masyado. Paliwanag na paliwanag kung anong gagawin. Pero nga dahil nga may politika, nalagyan ng politika, ayaw nila kay Inday Sara. Mga dati namang sipsip sa mga Duterte. Dahil nga, tinitingnan nila yung eleksyon sa 2025, eleksyon sa 2028, kailangan sirain nila ang mga Duterte. Nangunguna na niya si Inday Sara dahil siya ang nasa kapangyarihan, siya ang pinakamalakas. Ngayon, so hindi siya umaten. Sabi niya, bahala na kayo. Nasa sa inyo naman yan. Kung gusto niyong aprubahan o hindi. Ang tanong ngayon, ang Kamara de Representante ba, kung sa inis nila, sayamot nila kay BP Sara dahil ayaw umaten at ayaw di umano magpaliwanag sa isang bagay na naipaliwanag niya na. Pag tinatanong siya, ayaw niya sa kanyang sagot. Sabi niya nga, yung problema sa inyo, sabihin, hindi ako sumasagot. Sumasagot naman ako. Ang ayaw niyo lang, yung naririnig niyo at ayaw niyo yung pamamaraan ng pagsagot ko. Hindi kayo sanay na sinasagot kayo rito. Ngayon, ang tanong nga, paano kung i-zero budget ang OVP? Pwede ba yan? Ang sagot ko dyan, dahil sila may kapangyarihan, may karapatan, pwede. Pero hindi pa tayo tapos yan. Pwede. Pero, tandaan nyo, ang Korte Suprema ay binigyan ng kapangyarihan ng saligang batas. Dati hindi. Ngayon, meron sila sa 1987 Constitution na anumang pang-aabuso ng isang sangay ng gobyerno, ng isang departamento, ng isang public official sa kanyang trabaho ay maaaring baliktarin ng Korte Suprema pag ito'y labag na sa saligang batas. Kaya kung ang gagawin po nila, tatanggalin na nila ng budget ang OVP, that is grave abuse of discretion. Kasi may discretion sila na mag-approve o disapprove. Pero kailangan reasonable. Dahil lang hindi pumunta at hindi sumagot, ay hindi yung grave, hindi yung abuso naman sa parte ni Inday Sara yun. Binibigay niya naman ang kanyang paliwanag. So hindi mo masasabi na, uy, naabuso ka, brat ka naman masyado. Pinaliwanag ko na nga eh. Problema sa inyo, tinatanong niyo ako sa isang paksa na diskusyon niyo na rito, nagdesisyon na nga kayo na wala na akong confidential pass, inuusisa niyo pa. Pangalawa, yan naman ginagamit yung notice of disallowance, hindi pa pinal yan, kaya hindi dapat pinag-uusapan pa yan. Pangatlo, merong nakabinbin sa Korte Suprema sa question ng legalidad ng confidential funds. Kaya dapat talaga hindi natin pag-usapan. Ngayon, gagawin nyo, tatanggalin nyo ako ng budget. Yan ay abuso ng inyong kapangyarihan. Abuso ng inyong karapatan. So that is a grave abuse of discretion amounting to excess or lack of jurisdiction. Kaya pwedeng pumunta si Inday Sara sa Korte Suprema para sirain yung kanilang desisyon kung mangyari man yan. Yan ang aking posisyon dyan. Tradition is good, but it cannot prevail over a constitutional directive. Courtesy lang nga yan. But it doesn't mean also that you are functioning and obeying to the constitutional command to do your job, to scrutinize the budget, to abuse your authority. Hindi rin pa pwede yan. Kaya, Korte Suprema papasok yan. Yan ang aking posisyon.
Attorney Sal, binanggit po ninyo yung katagang constitutional command. Pasok din po ba dyan yung issue ng disenfranchisement? Kasi kung pagsasama-samahin mo yung mga kongresista na miyembro ng APRO, hindi po yata sila hihigit yung boto na nakuha ng Inday Sara ni VP. 32 million po. The largest in Philippine history.
MJ, hindi pinag-uusapan dyan yung boto. Ang pinag-uusapan dyan palagi, ano bang sinasabi ng saligang batas? When the Constitution says that it has the right to scrutinize the budget, it says so, and it should follow yung Kongreso, regardless kung ano pang botong tinanggap ng sino man dyan. But, you have the authority, but you cannot abuse that authority. Kaya nga, noong 1987 Constitution, dati-dati hindi pwedeng pakialaman ng Supreme Court yan kasi that is a political question that only the sovereign people can decide. But binago yan, hindi. Ang Korte Suprema ngayon, pag ikaw'y ng abuso, lahat ng public official, lahat ng departamento, lahat ng ahensya, papasok kami dyan. Papakialamin namin yan sapagkat nilalabag mo ang saligang batas, sapagkat nobody is above the Constitution. Hindi pinag-uusapan dyan yung number of votes.
Tsaka maganda rin yung punto, Attorney Sal, ni Congressman Marcoleta nung tinanong siya ni Congressman Pabuano na magbabago raw sana yung boto ni Paduano, which is isang boto lang. Kung nandun present si VP Inday, sabi naman ni Marcoleta, have you seen the President personally defending his budget? Mga ganong usapan ba, Attorney Sal? Anong masasabi mo?
Sa akin petty yung mga usapan na gano'n Alam mo, yung sinasabi yung congressman na yan, na magpapalit boto ko nandiyan, hindi niya naiintindihan ko na yung courtesy. Ang courtesy binibigay hindi sa tao, kung hindi sa opisina, nandun ka kiwala, kung gusto mo magbigay ng courtesy sa Office of the President. Kasi ang pinag-uusapan, hindi naman si Inday Sara. Ang pinag-uusapan ay budget ng departamento, hindi si Inday Sara. So, regardless of whether she's there or not, if you want to give courtesy to the office, you will give it kahit na wala siya doon. Kaya mali yung mga, sa akin, pambatang mga diskusyon doon.
Gano'ng kabigat, Attorney Sal, yung pag-name drop ni VP Inday kay Speaker Martin at kay Congressman Zaldico? Sabi kasi ni Congressman Ko, pambubudo lang daw yung statement ni VP Inday. Marami daw sila mga mababatas na member ng komite at mga senador din na kasama sa pagpasa ng budget. Sinabi niya rin na diversionary tactic ng yung mga revelasyon ng Vice Presidente. Anong masasabi mo doon, sir?
Yan lahat ng mga salita na dyan, political lahat yan. Kasi nung kakampi pa nila si Inday Sara, may courtesy sila. Di ba sinabi ko na yun dito sa programa natin? Yung courtesy applies only pag kakampi ka ng administrasyon. Pag wala, wala na yan, courtesy yan. Labanan na yan. Naghahalo ng balat sa tinalupan yan. Yan ang realidad.